in the earlier years, she would play Tabitha too, but as it went to, as the show went on, Erin started looking more like Elizabeth, and so they would just start using her more.
Interesting. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Well,
You're welcome.
James, thank you for those great questions. I wonder, I got to ask you a question, David. How often do you still watch Bewitched?
You know what? I watch it I watch it almost every night because I still love it. You think that after having seen it so much that I would get sick of it, but I never do. I still love it.
Well, I have to be honest with you. Elizabeth Montgomery was a beautiful woman and very talented.
Oh, yeah.
And I think if I remember right, one of the reasons why she didn't want to do it the last couple of years too is I read an article one time. She was worried about being typecast because that's what happened with a lot of the people who did the shows for a long period of time. They got typecast, and then after the show was over, they found it hard to get work because they were typecast. Well, no, that's Samantha, or that's, such and such. And that's what they would think that people would think in their mind. So that would make it harder. But you know what? Thank God the person you mentioned didn't become on Bewitched, the star of Bewitched. It would have never made it probably past four episodes.
Oh, I'm sure it wouldn't have. And Elizabeth, she did such a great job at making sure that she wasn't typecast. My other favorite role of hers outside of Bewitched is when she played the acquitted axe murderess Lizzie Borden from Fall River, Massachusetts in a TV movie. And a lot of people say that it's really hard to see Samantha hacking up her father and stepmother, but I think that she did a wonderful job. She truly embodies just that evilness, and it showed what a great dramatic actress she was, because she did so well at comedy, and she also did so great at dramatics.
Oh yeah, too. Hey James, do you remember the original movie, Time Machine? Who was the actor?
Rod Taylor.
Rod Taylor. I remember an old episode, one of the old black and white episodes of the Twilight Zone, and Rod Taylor and Elizabeth Montgomery were about the only two people left on Earth after a major nuclear war, and all both sides, killed off each other, and they slowly, they didn't kill each other, thank God, but they were kind of like hesitant with each other. And it slowly grew into a relationship because they were Adam and Eve, basically, the last man, last woman, and they dropped their guns at the very end of the episode, or of the
right.
And she didn't say one word.
She actually said one.
She did.
She said one word, and it was pretty in Russian, but that was it.
Yeah, I was just going to correct myself. But you know what? She played it so well. I mean, her facial expressions, right down to it. She was so talented. So talented.
Yes, she was. And going on that same Twilight Zone subject, Agnes Moorehead is in one of the most famous episodes of the Twilight Zone, The Invaders, where she doesn't say a word at all in her episode, and that's where she's out in the farmhouse and little Martians start attacking her.
Yeah, and then she ends up killing them off, doesn't she? When they're going back in their spaceship, and she's like, destroying the spaceship.
Yeah, like she did a great job, and she didn't talk at all in that.
No, she did moaning and stuff like that. It was a good episode. That one will always stand in history as good. So they had on Bewitched, they actually had some great actors. I mean, some really good actors on it. Peter Lawrence, I think wasn't he on it more than once, if I remember right?
Peter Lawford was only on it once. He was,
Peter Lawford.
What's it called? A client who falls in love with Serena, and it's really funny. They go on dates, and she ends up sending him to the moon when he starts singing "Fly Me to the Moon."
Yeah. And again, that show was on when we were going to the moon. That show was on when Watts was burning down. That show, I actually, was this on the time when we needed a show like that, where people could go home and forget about racial, problems. They could forget about Vietnam, and they could go and just enjoy something. It just took you away from it all.
I think we need another show like it, but I also like that Bewitched is on reruns, and also it's on DVD. That's where how I watch it is on DVD, so you get the uncut, unedited episodes. But I think in the times that we're living in now with coronavirus and all this, we need another Bewitched, or we need to step back and watch those shows from the 60s that were, I think they were made so that we could just kind of simmer down and not think about all this stuff that worries us.
I don't know. I'm at the age, I don't like violence anymore. I really don't. And virtually, you go on, it's either stupid comedy, stupid, or it's somebody killing somebody, or it's monsters, or something. I grew up in the Leave It to Beaver, Donna Reed, Father Knows Best, A Life of Riley, and then Lucille Ball, and then, stuff like I Dream of Jeannie, and then naturally Bewitched. There was, and Petticoat Junction, and Greenacres. Those were, to me, clean shows. You could sit there, the whole family could just enjoy it. And unfortunately, that time frame is over with, and it's scary what we have on TV now. It's crap.
It is crap, and it's sad that you can't sit down with your family and watch stuff together because you get embarrassed with your mother there or your kids there or whoever there. But shows like Bewitched, you never had to worry about covering somebody's ears or eyes.
No, just you had to cover your mouth from laughing or spitting while you're laughing. Well, hey, Dave, our time is up again. Your book is the Bewitched history book. Again, where can they find it? On
Amazon.com and BearManorMedia.com.
Now, do you have a website or a Facebook page that you would like to share or anything?
Yes, I have a Facebook page. It's Facebook.com/Bewitched History Book, and it has over 22,000 fans on it right now, and I post on it every single night. I post about their all of the actors' birthdays. I like to commemorate everybody's birthdays, and I commemorate the 50th anniversary of each episode airing. And then if there's anything happening Bewitched related, like new items or something, I'll post that on there too. So I invite all your listeners to come on there too.
Well, great. Well, Dave, again, I want to thank you for coming on. I really enjoyed having you on as a guest. I noticed one of the things you mentioned, my show is paranormal. It is, but occasionally, like I had Mark Cushman on about 4 times. We talked about I Spy. We talked about Star Trek. We kind of go off a little bit. And, Bewitched was a show that, I hate to say it, witchcraft is really, James, you're still there. Witchcraft is coming back. People are getting into it in different ways. And to me, that's one of the reasons why I wanted you on.
Well, I appreciate it. This was so much fun.
Well, thank you. And, all again, you can find his book. It's called The Bewitched History Book on Amazon. My friend, you have a great weekend that's coming up.
You too, and thank you so much.
Okay, you take care, David.
Bye.
So anyway, James, we're cutting it here in about 5 minutes. I can tell you what, it was different tonight, but you know what? It brings back memories. I remember, seriously, watching Bewitched. Then I remember watching reruns with my kids watching Bewitched. It was a type of show you could sit and you could watch and you could laugh and the whole family could watch the show. It was not a show that, you had to censor it from your kids.
Right. Because I remember as a little kid watching it with my mom, and it's still on every day here. Somewhere on one of the channels you can watch it. And I'm surprised that for it being on 8 years, it didn't have more spinoffs than it did.
Yeah, I think what it did is it ran its course. And, and after it ran its course, then that was it. The one spinoff it had, it didn't go over because society made a big change after that show was over with. You know, we shifted into, you know, something different. Our values changed a little bit. And then we went into, I hate to say it, started going into shows like Rockford File, okay? Or, you know, all these cop shows. The one even that William Shatner did, I can't even think of the name of it. He had a...
T.J. Hooker.
Yeah, that was on. And then it was all these cop shows for quite a few years. And then detective shows like Barnaby Jones and all that. And then, you know, the society changed, okay? The war was over at one point. People's values changed. And, you know, I noticed you did a little thing about witchcraft on one of your newscasts. It's true. Witchcraft right now is, if you go on Facebook and look at these witchcraft groups, a lot of people. And that you can even, I hate to say it, you can go online and buy courses to become a witch.
Oh, you can. There's a lot of groups out there, and some of the groups have a lot of people, and I'm talking thousands of people. And you're right about the 70s. If you look up a database somewhere of how many police shows there were in the 70s, it switched to police shows, and with those you have more violence.
Oh, yeah, because somebody always was, you know, either getting beat up, killed, and stuff like that. Now, a witchcraft, I think, took a big surge. What books and what movies was done? Think about it. The major movies about witchcraft.
I know Blair Witch was kind of...
No, I'm talking movies. They made a whole sequel of movies. Think about it.
A sequel? I'm sure I've probably...
A whole bunch of them still in the works of making another one.
I know I gotta know that.
It was all it was all they went to the special school.
Oh, what is that shit? Oh, Harry Potter.
I knew you would get it. I knew you would get it. I think that had a big surge in witchcraft.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Because, my goodness, look how many movies they put out. And not only that, they covered several years. And their movies are very, they take you on a journey, you know. You want to be part of it. And they're epic shows, epic movies.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if you'd catch that.
Eventually, it'll give me enough time and it hit me in the head.
Well, yeah, it did, didn't it?
It did. I think I bumped my head on the mic and I was like, oh, wait, that's Harry Potter.
Well, tomorrow, you know who our guest is? Earl Grey. And he'll be back on. In fact, we're going to sign off tonight with one of his songs. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. We're going to be talking about UFOs. MUFON. UFO sightings. Are they real? Are they fake? We'll find out with Earl Grey tomorrow. And by the way, he is a great singer. He plays the guitar like you wouldn't believe, and he'll be our guest tomorrow. Well, James, till tomorrow, you stay out of trouble. Don't eat anything with peanuts, okay?
Oh, I won't. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, my friend. Take care.
Bye-bye.